Premier's flip-flop on population growth and immigration is shocking. Yesterday, she complained that no one asked her government's permission to come to Alberta. You know, after Alberta was calling. Immigrants were blamed for the strain on social services, while the Alberta Next panels mused about withholding services from non-citizens. Now Bill 10 is poised to add citizenship on driver's licenses, perhaps for that purpose. To the Premier, exactly what services is this government planning to deny legal residents based on their citizenship?
The Honourable Government House Leader.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and I'm pleased to rise to answer the question from the member opposite as it pertains to immigration. Immigration in Canada is shared responsibility between the provinces and the federal government, but ultimately the federal government has the final say. We have asked for them to take our input into consideration when it comes to numbers. Mr. Speaker, in the final years of the Harper government, Canada let in over 600,000 immigrants. In the height of the Trudeau government, it was 2 million. This is an unsustainable amount of growth and putting pressure on all the provinces across the country and the territories.
Honourable member.
Given that yesterday the Premier admitted that people are feeling like they're not getting the services they need, and again blamed new Canadians, and given that bloated contracts, privatization, and steamrolling human rights hasn't distracted Albertans from the UCP's terrible record on public services thus far, will the government admit that backlogs on healthcare and crowded classrooms are due to their inability to build services all Albertans, including immigrants, need, and stop piling on newcomers?
Honourable Government House Leader.
Well, Mr. Speaker, the problems we're dealing with today were not experienced between 2019 and 2015 because the NDP were in government and they were driving people out of the province and saying, no, our province is closed for investment and growth. Mr. Speaker, we are a beacon of hope and opportunity. That's why people want to come here for work. That's why they want to invest here. But when you're talking about unsustainable immigration, Mr. Speaker, those pressures are put on the provinces for social services like education, healthcare, roads, etc.
Calgary Klein.
Given that 6 years should be long enough for accountability, and given that this Premier has said people used to come to Canada because they wanted a job, implying that newcomers now don't want to work, but at the same time blames unemployment on them, and given that the UCP citizenship marker on ID will make folks vulnerable to discrimination when they just go about their daily lives, and given that the UCP has gone all the way to Quebec to defend the notwithstanding clause being used to discriminate against religious minorities, we're in Alberta. Can the UCP stop cutting and pasting bad policy from other jurisdictions?
Mr. Speaker, that question was a dog's breakfast of issues that are all over the place, and I can tell you right now that this government, and me as Minister of Immigration, are laser focused on making sure that all those coming into Alberta are done so with an economic focus. We have a tremendous upside in a skilled workforce, but we certainly need newcomers here to help us augment the work being done. That's why we want it to be focused on economic migration, Mr. Speaker. I'm not sure why the members opposite can't grasp this concept. We are a province rich with opportunity. Why won't they get on board with what the government's doing?
Honourable members, in 30 seconds.